So I've been working for a little while on a signal flow diagram for the frog, starting and stopping it, and I'll finish that at some point, maybe, but I thought it might be more useful just to talk about the signal flow of it, and how it all interacts. So it's got two oscillators. These are basically the core of it. We've got two oscillators and a filter, and then a sample and hold. Basically, with the two oscillators, they're both free running. I'll turn down the mode from the sample and hold. So the two oscillators are free running, and we can listen to just those. And then the two oscillators interact with each other, so this is the amount of the interaction for each of them. Oscillator 1 directly FMs or frequency modulates oscillator 2. So you can hear that. Then oscillator 2 and oscillator 1 are mixed together. So they're mixed together both just as a mix of their triangle waves, which we've got here, and they're compared to each other, so you get this sort of pulse width modulation signal over here. So that's the kind of interaction between them. And you'll notice that this shape was controlling either that straight mix between them or the pulse width modulation signal that's over this side of it. Now that sort of shaped signal is then used to modulate oscillator 1. And then you've got those sorts of complex interactions as they both interact with each other there, and as you change the shape. So it's the shaped signal that modulates this oscillator. And they've got two different rates each. They're both very wide ranges, whichever one you're in. But the higher one will tend towards higher, especially a higher rate, especially up high, and the lower one tends towards slightly lower, but still audio goes up to audio rate. Then the oscillator 1 clocks a sample and hold. The input for the sample and hold is actually the filter's output. So the output of the filter is attenuated by this knob and sent to both of the oscillators. Down here you're turning on or off the oscillators going to the output, so this is just the filter, and then up here is also the oscillator. So just the filter, and we can decide what's sent to the filter. Either we've got the mix shape signal, or we've got just the oscillator 1, the trigger that we're taking from that for the sample and hold. So we've got the sample and hold going to the pitch of the two oscillators, and we can also control the amount of the sample and hold to the filter as well with this. So this filter CV is the amount of the sample and hold signal that goes to the filter cutoff. Then we've also got this filter mod. Now down is kind of the shape signal, modulating the cutoff of the filter, and up is the oscillator 2, modulating it. Then over here we've got the resonance. And this switch controls the type of resonance. So there's two types of resonance. Down is kind of stronger, and there's actually a trimmer on the back of the board which will control the amount of this resonance. You can get it to self-oscillate if you like, and depending on other trimmers on the back of it, which control the character of the filter as well. The volume of the filter won't really change with resonance in the down mode, but will change with resonance in the up mode. So it's louder with no resonance. So that resonance will also impact the sample and hold. Because the signal that it's sampling is less strong. Then here we've got the gain into the filter. So by default, the filter, I guess, is quite overdriven. But you can, there's also a trimmer for that on the back, but you can control the amount of that, and that'll obviously interact with the sample and hold as well. So everything's kind of intermingling. Everything's going to impact everything else, and you can find some interesting locations and patterns that'll sort of create themselves and evolve and settle into places, and then if you tweak something small, it'll form a new pattern. And yeah, it's just generally a lot of fun to play with and explore. And this is the volume. Oh, and this switch here controls whether the oscillator is mixed in with the filter at the output. So you can essentially get sort of different types of filters. By default, we go out and the output controls the bandpass output. Sorry, but there is also a low pass output as well. Sorry about that. I am going through a little bit of spring reverb as well, as you can probably hear. Yeah, so that's the frog in a nutshell.